I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Chance to look at the minutes and agenda.
Make a motion to approve the minutes in the agenda.
I'll second the motion. Motion Stelzer, second Derby, approve the minutes and agenda. All in favor say aye. Aye. Figure out how to run that high-tech device.
Yeah, I can get her. Just get to him.
You can't keep hitting that button to get to the S's, huh?
I tried. Yes, not a simple system like that.
Morning.
Morning.
You have reached Scott Minders, County Engineer.
Back in the room?
Yeah, or should we do some drainage and then come back to him?
Sure.
Sure.
Auditor's office will discuss drainage matters.
I sent out letters to DD 71, so I've had people calling for their prices, but everybody's been fine. So hopefully that'll be going in just shortly because Rognus was going to be out there. So. Yay!
Fresh memory, worse.
And Feener's property. So, yeah, other than that, I don't have a lot.
Has Brian Miller been in touch with you? He's concerned that you're not doing right.
Okay.
I haven't talked to him. He wanted me to come down and look. He just, on the message he left on my recorder was that they were cleaning out enough. So, just so you're aware of it.
Okay, yeah. Did you want me to talk to Andy or?
No.
Okay.
I wiped out my phone book, so I can't get a hold of Brian.
Okay, and I don't think I have his number, yeah. So. Okay. Well, if I hear from him.
I'll get a hold of him. I'll talk to Brian.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay.
I had mentioned to you, I talked to the NRCS on the ditch project.
Eric.
Yeah.
I would like to thank you. Eric.
Oh.
I got some paper in my truck for you.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
Good, bad, and good.
there's a lot of different clouds.
Talked about some sandwich.
My luck is not gonna be.
I can look at it in a minute, and I would say go to Verizon or,
My wireless is.
okay, yeah, they would know how to do it too.
All right.
Sure. So, I was talking to the NRCS about a couple of things. I was asking them about the project North Thompson. Got some information from them on that. They have hired, or they're in the process of hiring a contractor to do the digging. The way the federal projects work like that, they bundle a whole bunch of little projects across North Iowa together. So they're in the
Nice.
process of getting, probably, nobody around here goes for it.
Oh, okay.
So it won't be any of our contractors doing it.
Okay.
There's a guy down by Rockford or something like that, a bunch of them, so. Anyway, while we were talking, I had mentioned that we were moving forward with this ditch project in DD5. And he did have some concern on the outlet into the ditch. So I don't know if we should be notifying the landowners that this improvement may affect them.
Yeah, I will get a hold of, who would you say his name is?
Glenn Crew.
There you go. I always forget his name. And I will see if I can't get all the landowners and send a letter out to them, because I could just copy another letter from when the engineers do it.
I'm sure they're not gonna have a problem with the cost of the project, it's more how it's going to affect them.
Yes, yeah. So I'll see if I can't get that done today. Maybe tomorrow.
This week.
Sure.
Okay.
That's all I have on drainage.
Anything else in drainage, Mike? Okay, then we'll go back to number 2. Scott Minders, engineer, will discuss secondary road matters.
You got me, huh?
Yeah, we leapfrogged you.
Alright, not a problem. Just a couple things today. Last week we finished up our resurfacing, rock and gravel resurfacing for the year, so the guys will be kind of shaping up trucks and cleaning them up really good, and then we'll be transitioning into doing edge rut repair and I suppose spotting gravel roads throughout the county if needed, so kind of shifting gears there with our truck fleet. And the other thing, I just thought I'd let you know that next week we'll have an item on the agenda for performance review and a possible closed session. So if you have anything you'd like to discuss performance-wise with me, feel free to put those notes together and I'll do the same. That's all I got for secondary roads. Too much updates from last week.
I don't have anything.
I don't either.
Okay, so currently on your culvert replacement, where are you at right now?
We have completed the state line culvert, the culvert down on the south side for that drainage district to lower. We lowered one for drainage district over here.
The Chuck Holland one.
Right. We have yet to do this one. This is the 12 by 10 box. And that one has been a tough scheduling conflict because it has...
North of Friedenberg and Larson.
It's on 80th, so where is the...
Friedenberg and Larson's on 70th.
Okay. And there's a pretty heavy duty transmission line above it, so Mark's been working with them to try to pick a date, and that has gotten moved on him a couple times. We have a maintenance box culvert to replace.
Back up, what section was that one you mean?
28 west side. C28W, we call it. And then one on the west side of Center 19 that is currently a small wooden box, or part of it's concrete, it's in really bad shape, so we're replacing that with a 10 by 5 box. So that'll be
Which street is that on?
on 180th,
Top or bottom one there? Oh, no, it does be the top.
west side of 19.
Yep.
Those two, and then the one we talked about as an option to replace would be this one south of Myrie Slough.
Didn't you discuss something about Coon Road?
That one's complete as well, so, yep, that was a 16 by 10, 12 box. That was our big, deep one that took us several weeks. That one's been open for a number of weeks already.
Which road was that on? East
One-
road or north-south?
North-south, 123rd or something.
Okay, so it's that odd road through.
Yep.
Road.
Yep, just right south of Rembrandt there. That one's done.
So that's across DD1.
Yep. I guess we had another one that we replaced up here as well, a small one.
I've had people asking me when you're going to be getting that certain one. What do you have left to do this year? Just 1 year working on the power lines?
The power line one, and then the maintenance one. The smaller one over here, those two for sure. This one if we can.
Do they have to shut the power line down or something?
Yeah, they have to entirely shut it down because we have a crane that'll have to, I think most likely, lift a box over, set it down on the other side. A couple pieces, I'm guessing. So
Close enough that it could possibly are.
it's either that, or he said they might have to lean poles so that we can set them on the inside.
Where's that at?
That's the C-28 box. I should have a map for you guys, and I don't. That'd be the easiest thing to talk about through the year, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I keep one right on my desk, and it'd be easy enough to get
Well,
one to
maybe
you.
for next week, you can have one.
Sure.
So we get questions on things.
Well, I got a map to you and can kind of tell you where we're at along the way, then you'll know exactly where we are, and it'd be easy to answer questions, so I'll do that in the future.
Anything else for secondary roads?
That's all I have. Thanks, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Want to set public hearing for DD 103 project and bid letting.
I talked to Drew at V&K, and he would like to push this out to October 31st. We were talking about the 17th, but he's going to be on vacation, and then he wanted the farmers to be able to come. And so if we push it out a little bit, they'd hopefully be done in the fields. Does that work for you?
October
It works for
31st.
me, but I doubt this year they'll be down the fields, but the 31st.
No,
Oh, yeah, so I don't know what, I mean, that's,
It won't be done, but
so what do you think? Because we can move it
Well,
out
they-
farther, or,
No,
but I know you don't want to,
You know,
so, but the 40 days is the 17th.
of course, that's only, probably a week to 10 days for most projects, so, yeah. That's fine.
So the 31st,
Yeah.
and then we'll just see who can come?
Yeah.
Okay. At 10 o'clock, and then we'll do the bid letting that same day
Perfect.
for 10:30, if that's okay with you guys?
10 a.m. and 10:30.
October 31st.
Okay, you can wear your mask.
Oh, I thought you already had them on.
Yeah, you
I take deep offense to that.
Yeah.
Well, Bill said it, so I was really talking to Bill.
And you can be lucky that I wear my mask every day. See what it really is.
He enjoys it when you take the bait.
Right. So I will make sure that we get letters out to the people, and
Do we have to do this by motion then?
yes, you should, please.
Because you're
Oh,
just.
yeah, I'll make that a motion,
I'll second that.
what you said.
The motion for Spencer and a second from Derby to set the public hearing for DD 103 project and bid letting for 10/31 at 10 a.m. and 10:30 for the bid letting.
This is just a repair, right?
No, it's an improvement, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. 5, consider for approval Mount Valley Services as drainage contractor.
That is Chad Nordscott. So he's able to get back into it.
Go back to 103 quick. Was that getting reclassified or was that?
Yes, that's why I dropped the ball on that, because Drew was thinking that we were getting the reclassification done, and they're not quite done with that. So I was thinking we were still waiting, but we didn't have to wait. We can just go ahead with the repair, and the reclass can still come, so.
What's the scope of that project?
It's a new main,
Yeah,
starting, going R-72, it goes south there from Highway 69, about, they're gonna go about a mile, I think.
Is that the same one where they're talking about laying another pipe next
it
to
goes
it?
this way. No,
Okay, that one's already,
Now they just decided to.
parts of it are already there.
yeah, so the ditch is there, we're doing the new tile, because the tile wasn't big enough.
There is no ditch there.
I thought it was.
There's a ditch on the north side of the highway.
Oh, so the south side of the highway is not a ditch?
South side, yeah.
Oh, see, the maps are.
Okay.
Yep.
Could you have him add me to his,
Drew? Yeah.
does he email all those out?
I don't remember. I'm sure he did, but yeah,
Okay.
I'll have him add you.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be great.
I don't think I get your stuff either.
Okay.
Okay, move back to number 5, consider for approval Mount Valley Services as drainage contractor.
I have no problem with this. This is Chad Norskog. I'll make a motion to approve. Mount Valley Services is a drainage contractor for the county.
I'll second that.
A motion Derby and a second from Stanserud to approve Mount Valley Services as a drainage contractor for the county. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Consider for approval annual report.
Can you explain this, Carla, to me, or
What, do you have questions about something in particular?
I'm just still reading it? And
It kind of spells out their activity through the year. Some of it reflects on, REAP is one of their grant opportunities, so they have to report to REAP on what the.
Yeah, but is this something that got income, is this income to them, or is it expenditures, or is this?
I haven't even looked at it, so you wanna,
Well, the first part of it shows their FTEs on education, and then they move on to what they, some of it was revenue, and some of it was grant. They did get.
Robert Schwartz asked me for a couple of numbers and then he puts the report together, so.
I'm sure this report goes back to the REAP board that does selection for the next grants, and then it reflects on all the scores.
See, it says they have a levy per thousand for county conservation purposes at 62 cents. Well, I'll approve it, but it's my terrible, not knowing how to read this one. Yeah, I second it.
A motion from Derby and a second from Stanserud to approve the annual REAP report. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Number 7, acknowledgement of auditor's proclamation of National Voter Registration Month.
Just second, Bill. Does this received or approved? Probably approved.
I think that needs to be approved.
It was on here as approved.
Sorry, Bill.
That's all right.
Make motion to proclaim National Voter Registration Month.
Second the motion.
Motion for such standard and a second from Derby to approve the Auditor's Proclamation of National Voter Registration Month. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So now you can run with that story.
Yeah, I'll run it right down the street.
We appreciate it.
No problem. Yeah, I'm searching for material anyway, yeah. Dave's not making enough arrests.
Do you want to get a different one?
I will later, before you leave, just come back
Okay.
and I'll take care of it.
Okay, number 8, consider for approval public purpose resolution for election officials.
This resolution we pass on an annual basis.
I'll make a motion to approve the public purpose for election. For election officials.
Motion from Derby and a second from Stenzer to approve the public purpose resolution for election officials. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Consider for approval public purpose resolution for Veterans Affairs.
Good morning.
Morning.
As per the August 23rd commission meeting, we would, pending approval of resolution, we would like to use our portion of our grant funding for a quarterly outreach to provide coffee for veterans that meet at coffee shops. For example, Bill's had 15 veterans on Friday morning. Not all the veterans belong to the American Legion or the VFW, so it's a good opportunity to be available for questions, also to put out new information, for example, the ending of VA programs such as the dental program. So it's a good opportunity to get out to Thompson, Buffalo Center, Rake, Forest City, and Lake Mills. And we have accounts set up with the different coffee places. And so it would be maybe $10, $15 each time. But it would be part of the authorized outreach by the state, and it would not use county funds, it would use the grant funds.
Very good.
I'm fine with that, yes.
I'll make a motion to approve the public purpose resolution for Veterans Affairs.
I will second it.
Motion from Derby and a second from Stenzer to approve the public purpose resolution for Veterans Affairs. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. That's standalone paper, right, since it's got roll call vote. Says we're supposed to roll call.
I can do that. Jensvold?
Aye.
Derby?
Aye.
Stenzer?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas.
Yep.
That's nice. Consider for approval semi-monthly county claims.
Do you have any questions on
I haven't seen them.
Thanks.
Lakeside Construction.
That's the ones that do our seating.
Oh.
Make a motion to approve the semi-mobile homes.
I'll second the motion.
Motion Stenger, second by Derby, to approve the semi-monthly county claims. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Open forum.
I was noticing on my calendar, we had mental health this week, where that could have been, Sandy. I didn't have any location on, usually I put in location.
Yeah.
It's in the wall. I've got it posted.
Is it this week?
Correspondence 61.
The, Public Safety Center. Thursday, the 7th here.
Thursday.
That's why I didn't put it down.
At what time?
What's that for?
Yeah, Sandy's got a little bit of a proposal, I think.
Yeah, 9.
What day?
Thursday, the 7th.
I won't be here. My wife is going into the interview.
And you said it was here.
Yes.
So the chair brings donuts, right?
That should probably be the way it should be.
The way it should be.
Yeah. It depends what kind you want. You want Casey's, you want Bill's, you know, I mean, what are you gonna have to put in the order?
You want me to get them? Because I forgot when I was chair.
But yeah, I think in order to keep the other supervisors happy, I suppose you better have something for that cost.
Especially Sis, she complained about that last night. Not complained, but joked.
Yeah, no, yeah. Really careful.
We have a bunch of pot, just a
There's a little craft.
Okay.
You break them.
All right,
I should have. I possibly have.
I think I have 100 pounds. Keeps it nice now.
I've got one somewhere too. Was Dave gonna, since we're on open forum, is Dave gonna talk to us about Lake Mills wanting to have a meeting with us?
He called me, he doesn't know what it's really about. I was gonna do some quarterly, but the mayor's not pleased.
They're not pleased, the council isn't, that, they've had, I only know of one, but they turned away
Yeah.
an arrestee, whatever you wanna call him,
Oh, yeah.
and then they had to take him over to Algona.
Made him take it to Algona.
Yeah.
We needed to go to a place where you had a full-time staff in order to keep an eye on the person, the way I understand it is. We don't have that 24-hour staff, yes.
Dave, the question came up about your situation and the request from the city council of Lake Mills.
Okay.
And Mike explained it. It was the one inmate that had to go to Algona.
Well, we're gonna take him, he's too intoxicated. And that's their deal, I mean, it's just the way it is.
Because we didn't have the staff to be able to watch him enough to make sure he was gonna be okay.
We don't take anybody that's over 300.
In order to be able to do that, what is it that Cassuth had to do, you know?
They've got full-time staff, they can watch him better.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if somebody's that intoxicated and they puke and they vomit up, and they choke to death on their own puke, that's just not a good place for us to be. And that policy's been in effect since at least Sheriff Lillquist and possibly Sheriff Wood.
Yeah, I guess I could.
We received.
Do they still want to have a meeting over this?
I don't know that. Haven't heard. I just got that one deal on my email.
I mean, policy's a policy.
Yeah.
Unless they want us to change policy, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
If we just set the time here, next week's meeting, they're welcome to come and talk.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
They say afternoons and evenings work best for them, though.
Mornings work best for you guys.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on which afternoon or evening. Wednesdays later would be all right with me because it's the only night I'm, at least 3 nights every week I've got something. I'm either driving the bus or my kids have got.
I know next week, Wednesday, I have something. Yeah. 13th, I have something.
I'll make a motion to approve the semi-monthly claims.
We already did that.
Did we?
I thought you were waiting on me to.
No,
We voted on it.
we're just on open forum right now.
Actually,
So we will need a motion to approve the,
Well, I'm sorry.
we will need a motion to approve the payroll payments, though. I guess we move there. Number 12, consider to approve the payroll
We're
payments.
done with the open forum, right?
Oh, anybody else got anything open forum? Okay,
Do we
so,
want to set a time for this meeting? Do we want to do it next
Good.
week? Or do you want to go September the 20th or? Tuesday,
Is that
You
their
guys-
meeting date on the 20th?
I don't know when they
I mean,
meet.
about the third Wednesday of every month they meet.
I'm not sure when they meet.
I should know, but I don't.
Seems like it's in the middle of the week. When's the fire meeting?
Fire meeting is Wednesday night, so I'll bet, yeah, so it wouldn't be Wednesday night, because a couple of firemen are on the council.
Maybe it's the third Monday or something.
It's gonna be a Monday or Tuesday.
Mondays, it's not Wednesdays, it's Mondays.
I knew it was down the calendar.
You guys wanna have a special meeting with them, or just have to go to our board meeting?
No, I'm gonna let you do that, son.
Hold on, I'll get it.
They can, if nothing else, they can send a representative on Tuesday, somebody, if they got one person that can make it to our normal meeting, and then if they can convince us that it's an important enough issue, then we can have a special meeting with them if they want to. Does that sound all right?
It's fine with
Pretty
me.
good.
So then we'll put them on the agenda for next Tuesday.
Seems like so many new names in public health. You been that much turnover?
With,
Public health.
yeah, with, home health aid, yeah. Not the nurse assistant. What are step hours for the deputies?
STEP stands for Special Traffic Enforcement Program, and for the holidays and stuff like that, it's a nationwide thing.
And you get funding.
We get funding back from them, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you identify it on there.
Yep. Sitting on a feather over there, why?
Huh?
Are you sitting on a feather there, why?
No, I'm sitting here frustrated and I look over at Carl and Carl's just totally lost. I'm watching the expressions of everybody and I'm thinking, okay, I'm not alone in the world, I'm all right.
It feels like a Monday.
Yeah, holidays mess.
I went to the Iowa State game on Saturday night. That was fun.
Well, it was cool what Iowa did at their game.
What's that?
The new kids' hospital wing overlooks Kinnick Stadium.
Yeah.
Somebody texted between the first and second quarter, let's everybody turn around and wave, and it just took off like wildfire.
Yeah.
And between the first and second quarter, 75,000 people stood up and waved.
Waving
and
at
all
the
these
kids up
thought-
on the top floor.
Yeah, pretty cool deal.
They must, I assume they built a new wing or something and made it tall enough so
They made it for that purpose, the way I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. So they can watch the game from their home hospital or whatever.
That's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, all the kids get acknowledged, know when they get waved to.
Yep.
Too bad they have to watch Iowa.
Well, every other year they can watch state.
You know, once a year, well, yeah, but the only every other year.
That's every other year.
Yeah,
Quality entertainment shows up.
We had tickets on the west side of Jack Trice Stadium, so we were facing the sun as it was going down. And we're going, oh, that big tall part's gonna block the sun at some point here, and the sun just kept going like this. Going around it. Got down to the top of the grandstands, and there was 6 guys standing up above the grandstand wall. They're standing on the bleachers. And my wife goes, doesn't that look like those guys, you get the silhouette from the back, sci-fi TV? Guys that are heckling and the aliens sitting in the crowd.
Yeah.
So I tried to get a picture of it.
Sci-fi picture, 2000, something like that, yeah.
I'm gonna throw out your name.
Is that show even on anymore?
No, Science Fiction Theater 2000, no, it went on. It was on Comedy Channel for years, and oh my gosh. I would totally make room in my schedule for that, because it was the best. The movies were absolutely horrible, and the comments were even worse.
That deal on Iowa game, that even made ESPN. That was,
Yeah.
that was a pretty cool deal.
yeah.
Quit it.
And if I want to.
Mm-hmm, yeah, sure.
Is the election today?
No,
Next week?
next Tuesday.
Your party, you yawn if you want to.
Yep.
I just saw a report on that this weekend. I think it was on CBS Sunday morning, maybe. They were talking about, there was a study done. They would tell one group to yawn, another group to not yawn. And the not yawners, that they're told not to yawn, would yawn more than the people that would
Could
yawn.
Oh, really? Got a mental, it's kinda like telling me I can't eat, and I'm even more hungry than I was before.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, when you go on a diet, you
Yeah,
get really
yeah.
hungry.
Yeah, tell me I can't have this, and I'm gonna crave that the most. and-
Yep.
As you
It's just great for morale, I want you to know, because you start that off, I get to doing that with Mark. But the next thing you know, he's yawning in the control room while he's trying to do the news. He'll look back at me like, I'm gonna kill you.
It's funny how I have the tendency, I wanna yawn now just thinking about it all.
Do what?
Yeah, right.
The gal, the best friend of my daughter, played Mouse, and basketball player. And every time she would go to do a free throw, she would have to yawn. Somehow, it was just a natural reaction of hers to yawn and then shoot the basket.
Mhm.
Another guy I used to play football with, he was a basketball player too. We'd watch him from the stage, Thompson. He did his free throws. He'd guide it in there with his chin. And he didn't know he was doing it.
Well, what did he do if it was gonna be short?
He wasn't short, he was really good.
Pull that chin back.
But I wasn't gonna tell him until after he was done with basketball.
How are you doing it?
Thank thanks to you.
You're welcome.
I refuse to go down over the cliff. So my,
I got
just
my
be a
whole
deep
3
breath.
o'clock in the morning, I'm sorry.
I was awake at 4:30 this morning, so I'm tired.
As I was resetting the automation, I mean, I just totally ran out of yawns, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna have coffee now or something. All right,
Have a good day.
see you later. I'm desperately trying, trust me.
Yes, I'm with you.
See, you had some family pictures taken with all your gaggle of ladies.
Yeah, they were all there. The estrogen was, could cut the air with it.
Talked to Denny Johnson last week. He was very grateful for that mattress.
Oh, is that right?
Very grateful.
Is that right?
You're a hero in his book. He's one of those people that doesn't really need any help, but he needs help.
Oh, golly, I carry bags there. She probably doesn't watch it.
I just wanted to tell you, he was very grateful. Talked highly.
Bought all these cans too. All of them, my mother. And it wasn't sarsaparilla. Yeah, that's gotta be quite a way to have to live. It's just screwed up, you can't do stuff for yourself.
I'll make a motion to approve payroll plans.
Second. There being second for Sandra to approve payroll claims, all in favor say aye. Aye. Stand adjourned, I guess.
We'll see you guys later.
Yeah. Good day.